All right, Bang Bang, it's the rundown. We are live in Chicago. It is July 20th. It's myself, it's Chief, it's White Sox Dave. And today we are presented by High Noon. Obviously, you guys know the drill by now. It's made with real vodka, real juice, and sparkling water. It's actually made with vodka and not the other malt liquor like the other seltzers, which is nice. I don't even like to put it in the seltzer category because it's
its
not.
own thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were having a few of those on Monday at the Barstool Bar for trivia night.
Were.
Yep,
we were. So go get them. They got the limited edition pool packs that include lime, guava, kiwi, and peach cans.
The peach is nice.
Peach is nice. That's one of my top three. High Noon now comes in tall boys as well. As you guys know, the bolder fonts. Thank you for sending them to me. And only 100 calories, gluten-free, and no sugar added. Head over to your local liquor store and get some today. First topic here, the All-Star Game obviously was yesterday. The best All-Star Game in sports. I think that's widely
I would agree.
upon.
Not the Pro Bowl?
Well, you know.
The hockey's gotten a little bit better since they went to 3-on-3.
Yeah.
So I think their skills is good, but baseball, it's a summer classic. Like it is. I think that is probably the number one.
I would say so. The fanfare around it's pretty cool. I don't like the scheduling at all. Like they're doing the red carpet like during the day on a Tuesday. Who's fucking watching that? Like, and there are like all the fashion statements. I actually do kind of like seeing these guys off the field, like what their personalities are like and all that. But
well, that's what seals the show now, right?
Right.
The
yeah.
Mic'd up.
So the mic'd up thing with Nestor Cortez, I forget who was catching him, but
Trevino.
It was Trevino. Yeah. It was so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. They should have that at bare minimum every Sunday night game, every single Sunday night game here. Because I caught growing up, and you're having conversations like that with the pitcher. So that was like a throwback for me, and it was just really cool. He's like, "Yep, let's hit it," and like hearing like how they're calling pitches and everything. So as a baseball like junkie, absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
The game itself, kind of whatever.
Remember, I think it was during the pandemic they tried to do a few things when there was no fans. Like they had Chris Bryant and Rizzo mic'd up. Like I feel like baseball lends itself to that. Like even if you like
definitely like the sounds of baseball are different than other sports.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a bunch.
and just like it lends itself to more conversation
because it's slower. Yeah,
the pace.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I feel like they should lean into that and show those personalities.
There was a Sox game. It was on Peacock. Is that what they do? Like the Peacock broadcast or whatever it was, the random broadcast they do. This like 2 weeks back, and the broadcast booth cut out, so it was very similar to this, and everyone's like, dude, this is awesome.
This is better.
Like, this is better. We don't need a broadcast team. That broadcast team stinks anyways.
What do you guys think of my idea for
the Derby?
The Derby.
What's that?
I don't hate it. I don't think any of those guys could fucking physically do it anymore.
Because like the pool host thing, right? And it was like he's so old, and you get up there and mash. I'm like, that was kind of cool. What would be cooler is if I want to see McGuire. I want to see Bonds. I want to see these guys who were juiced out of their fucking skulls in the 90s and 2000s, like put them back in the home run derby. Like
I would love it.
Maybe it's just like the nostalgia piece of me, but if Sosa got up there and somehow got one out, remember that home run derby in Miller Park, and Sosa was like hitting them out of the stadium. It was so awesome.
I think
that's
like a new thing that they could do because that happens Monday, right? Mm-hmm. And then they do like the All-Star game, like the celebrity thing, whatever, the softball game. They should just bring it back old school and just do 5 outs only. I know it used to be 10 outs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you just get 5 hacks. And
or
you
like
see how many you get hit.
And like next year, the All-Star game is in Seattle. You telling me you wouldn't want to see Ken Griffey with a backwards hat stepping up there and try to mash home runs?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be. It shouldn't be in the regular derby though.
I think it should.
No,
but here's the thing:
you got to give the new guys their fucking spot.
Why?
Because I mean that's like the whole point of this shit is to grow these guys.
I remember,
but the stars were cooler back in the day. Baseball stars
that's
were
because they were our stars. So you don't think that these kids of this age you don't think the kids of this age are not going to want to see Aaron
some guys
Judge?
are pretty fucking cool. Like Jazz Chisholm, TA.
Yeah, but those guys
got swag, dude.
They're
Jackson Holiday.
But do you think people would be more inclined to tune in to watch? Like specifically, would you rather be more excited to watch Griffey at the plate in the home run derby or Mike Trout?
Right now, Trout, because I'm not
crazy.
I mean, if you give Griffey 10 hacks, he might put 1 or 2 out.
Yeah, but it's still Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, I know, but like there'd be all this buildup, I think, and then you get to it, and he's like, like rolling over to second base like he's Lurie Garcia because he
I
hasn't.
don't think
How
so.
about
dude.
this?
He's-
How about
I
this?
could be completely wrong with that, but he's put on so much
he's
weight.
big
Yeah. Also, you
He's-
don't know who's in shape anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
have you
tough
seen
part.
Griffey?
Yeah.
He's so fat.
Yeah, but if you get, I think, but like he's got that stroke, man.
No,
He's
I know,
got that
I know.
uppercut swing, and I
Right.
think if you told him, like, hey, man, the All-Star Game is next year, and we want you to participate in this event, start getting in the cage a little bit. I bet you he could get. I bet you.
Yeah,
he could get that
definitely,
thing
definitely.
going. Like
How
if
about
Mo
tandems?
Vaughn.
How about tandems?
Ooh,
You
I
have
like that.
fucking, you have
Yeah.
Judge and Giambi, and you know what I mean. You just have like old school like team.
Giambi, like when I
That'd be
think of
nice.
like that era of guys juiced, like I can't believe I didn't list him off.
Yeah,
Giambi's
Yeah.
like the.
He's like the
juicer.
embodiment.
He
of
just
it.
looks at it with like his sweaty
Yeah.
hair and.
Or it's like the old, like if you have Bonds in it, and he's like, it's him and a Giants guy, where it's like, hey, if the old guy hits one, it's worth two.
yeah.
Like that would be, I think that would be
Excuse
like
me.
that would, I would be more inclined to tune in because I think make it more of a circus and give us a little nostalgia. I think that'd be sweet.
I think the setup they have now is great with the
It is.
bracket style. It's
That's-
so much better than how
And,
it
like,
dragged
the,
down.
the
Yeah.
timing
Yeah.
where guys could just like
Yeah.
take pitches all day.
It's got
sucked.
they've done a good job with that, and
Yep.
Major League Baseball doesn't do a good job with much, but
credit where it's
yeah,
due.
credit. They do a good job with it. The game itself is kind of boring though.
It's tough though. They've done such a great job with it, where they have almost NFL'd it, where the experience might be better to watch it at home. You know, like that's my thing. I want to ask Carl. He's still traveling back because he went to the game. Like, I feel like we got a better experience than him being at Dodger Stadium,
Probably
right?
we didn't have to get out of Dodger Stadium either.
Yes,
I've heard that's.
But
how
you know what I
on-
mean?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
like NFL. Everyone says like, why would I do that? I got fucking Sunday
I
ticket.
think
You could watch
yeah.
everything. So I wonder if it's like it's so cool where you're seeing Judge and Stanton talk to each other on the corners and like it. I don't know. It's just kind of. But my video of the thing was obviously the autograph guy.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit! That autograph, ramming that elbow into that kid. That man don't give a fuck. He
Guys are
wants
just
that.
autograph guys.
Dude. Yeah, that guy's.
I got a buddy. He was. I was at a wedding. This was like 3-4 weeks back, out in the suburbs, and ran into his dad for the first time since high school. And his dad's an autograph guy, and he was telling me different stories about how he would walk up to. Was it Sandy Koufax? He was at Dodger Stadium or somewhere, and he was sitting behind Sandy Koufax. So he followed him to the bathroom, acted like he was taking a piss, had a index card in his pocket with a pen ready. He's like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Koufax," or whoever it was. I think it was Sandy Koufax. Big fan, blah, blah, blah. Can I get your autograph? And I'm like cringing at the story. I'm like, you can't do that as
That's
a
bad.
fucking 60 or whatever.
I was an autograph kid, and
That's fair, though. You're a kid.
The adults were always interesting. I just want to know if this guy was flipping this or if he was keeping it.
I think they keep it.
I don't
Because if he was flipping
I don't
it-
think it matters.
Well,
but like
does
I
it?
could I guess I could reason with him more because there's a money thing, but there's no excuse to ram a kid like that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm saying just waiting in general. I could maybe reason with you if you're like, yeah, this is.
Oh,
This is it.
yeah. I guess if you, that's worse. Like adult autograph seekers are weirdos. 100% of the time, they're fucking weirdos. And if you're just like, hey, I'm going to put this up on my mantle.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot worse.
Yeah, I also just think it's one of those things that it's just gone away. Like I remember like watching The Sandlot. It's like, oh, your ball was signed by Baby Ruth, you know, and then it's like then he gives him the ball signed by the entire 27
27,
Yankees,
yeah.
and I remember being like, that's cool.
That's
But
different.
But it's not cool anymore.
When-
like if
no,
someone gave
I-
you a ball signed by the 2021 White Sox, you wouldn't give a shit about that.
No, not the 05. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, see, I think it's still cool.
I mean, 20. I got a Muhammad Ali boxing glove. I picked up at a garage sale for $10. It's all faded out and shit.
If you get the right guys, like
Yeah.
I have an A-Rod, and like I think that's cool, but I don't give a fuck about my Esteban
But
Loaiza
you,
One of the-
card
you putting it
anymore.
up on your mantle?
No, I don't even know where it
One
is.
of the kids I coached in baseball, he lived in Wayne. His dad like had the biggest.
Wayne is east of St. Charles.
It's
That's why I
by
pointed
St.
at me.
Charles, yeah.
Oh.
His dad owned like he supplies like every high rises windows in the city or something like that. It was
Sounds
the
like a booming
biggest
business.
fucking house I've ever been in my life. They had an autograph room or a memorabilia room that was bigger than my entire condo. And they had a 1980 hockey stick signed by every single player and the coach.
Pretty sick.
That and I saw that go on Pawn Stars for like hundreds of
Yeah, like
thousands
there's
of
cool
dollars.
shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like you get, there's definitely cool shit like boxing
Yeah.
gloves or Macho Man's fucking.
I guess
whatever.
I've just never been a memorabilia guy. I know I've told like I have one
Kane's
autograph.
mask.
Yeah. I just don't like.
I would never seek out an autograph, but if I like, there's some that like that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two things of memorabilia actually. I have an Allen Iverson autograph from his rookie year because when he was at Georgetown, I was like 10. And I'm like, he's the fucking man. Like AI.
That's the guy.
And so I have that somewhere at my parents' house. And then when the Hawks clinched the playoffs for the first time in forever, in that 2009 year where they lost in conference finals, my dad was sitting down in 112 and Kane threw like all of his equipment, including a stick, into the stands, and my dad got it. So like I have like a Patrick Kane.
That's cool.
Like it's kind of cool, but it just like my parents' basement is just littered with old hockey sticks, and it's just like in the collection.
Yeah,
like, it's not like like
yeah. I got you. All right, moving on. Also, another sponsor of the show is Biolyte. Biolyte is a physician-formulated recovery drink made with all-natural ingredients that will help you feel better fast. Instead of downing sports drink after sports drink, just drink a single bottle of Biolyte. The IV in a bottle contains the same amount of electrolytes as an IV bag. You'd have to drink 6.5 sports drinks just to equal one Biolyte. Plus, it's only 45 calories and contains a third of the amount of sugar. It also comes in 4 flavors: citrus, berry, tropical, and melon. Biolyte will help you fight that hangover feeling, intense fatigue, and will keep you on your feet. So they had these all over the place. They were a sponsor for the mini golf tournament.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The melon is good.
Good?
Yeah,
So-
that's the only one I had, but I really
hand
enjoyed
up.
the
I
melon.
haven't tried it,
Yeah.
but like
Well,
low
it's a
cal.
new sponsor. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll get them in soon. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And
Okay.
an IV bag, like that's a fucking.
That's packaging?
Well, that's like their thing. It's like it's an IV bag in a bottle.
That's
same
pretty
amount
cool.
of electrolytes.
Okay,
So I
very
was like,
cool.
oh, I'm sold.
Yeah.
It was so hot out there. It's like we all needed to, we needed that electrolytes.
Look, I don't want to tell these people how to do their jobs, but if they wanted to do like that, but in like a Capri Sun and be
Kind
like,
of bottle, just poke it.
yeah, and like it's an IV bag, so it's shaped like a bag,
You
and
just
it's like
slope
you
it
get
down.
the nostalgia factor of the Capri Sun, but it's in that kind of a package. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
but I think I'm
Or
very
they could
curious
just
to
put it
try
in a
this.
bottle.
Or they could do that, but like
Yeah.
I kind of like the bag idea.
I don't hate it.
I enjoyed
Not
the.
wed to it.
You hate a lot of ideas, though. It's very hard to get you to agree to say that one of my ideas is
I mean,
good.
I like functionality, like poking the hole and carrying a bag. Not as functional as carrying one of those.
true.
Twist off.
Yeah.
So go to drinkbiolyte.com/Barstool. Use code 4play for 10% off your first Amazon order. Go do it. Next thing here, Jimmy Fallon's releasing the Gob Stomper, a shoe that changes colors as they wear away. So think Willy Wonka, Gob Stopper,
Yeah.
and it's the Gob Stomper. I mean,
I got a couple.
Are you wearing them now, Ed?
no,
Those are kind of cool,
Kind of
though.
looks like it though.
Yeah. So my problem with I've decided that I really don't like Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, really?
I heard he's a grade A asshole.
I've heard.
No. I've heard the opposite. Really?
Oh yeah. I have someone who we both know very well who says says he's the worst.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard he's a dick in real
That's
life.
interesting. I've
Yeah.
heard he's like one of those guys that
Performative.
like he goes out to random, like he doesn't go to like the big time spots in New York. He just goes to like the random dives and like drinks with the staff, which is actually kind of sick.
That's cool, but I feel like he does that so people like Eddie will tell about how cool Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. But listen, we don't know him. We're only
Yeah.
going off opinion, and I'm sure you've read opinions about you guys that were that were false. So.
True.
Every day
I
of
would
my
say
life.
that all shoes change colors over time. It's just called shoes getting dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So I have white shoes that are looking more gray right now. So it's just like great fucking invention. I don't know. Like you're just showing people that your shoes are old.
What were the L.A.
LA Gear, LA Lights.
Yeah,
Those
LA
were
Lights.
sick.
Oh, if you had those, you were the coolest kid in school.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what?
light up when you
like
step.
my nephew is 6 now, and I want to say this was probably last fall. I went home for something, and he walked in wearing those. I was like, "Fuck, man, this kid's cooler than me."
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Yeah.
he's got the LA Gear shoes. Those are sweet.
What were the skateboard shoes with this?
the Heelys?
Soaps.
Oh,
Soaps.
I thought Heelys were.
Well,
losers.
I never did Heelys.
Thought you
I
were
never-
a loser if you had Heelys.
I had a pair of soaps. They were expensive, I remember. And I would like grind on curbs and stuff.
I just think.
Oh,
it's-
those were ones where they had like the little
The plastic, yeah. So you could
You-
grind like
Oh,
your
I think
Sunday
I
Really?
vaguely remember this.
I
vaguely
didn't have
remember
those.
this.
Soaps
either.
is what they were called, I believe.
I don't understand. I thought he was going to show the bottom of the sole. Like, I thought
He
that would have been
started to.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But he
guess.
didn't. He just showed the sides and the top where it's like, all right, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think this
it's
is-
a gimmick shoe.
it's
you know,
stupid. I hope
yeah,
it fails.
It's a gimmick shoe. Next topic here. Mia Khalifa says that selling your body on OnlyFans is better than selling it to the Army. White Sox Dave.
Explain what you mean selling it to the Army.
Well,
Like if you sign up to be in the military.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, this chick is the worst.
She sucks.
And
Oh, am I allowed to say that now? Because she objectively sucks. I got yelled at it for MRAT yesterday.
you got yelled at because you said that she nags.
and you like were disqualifying Emily Ratajkowski because you think that she is a nagging
No,
person.
I did not. I think she's one of the fucking hottest girls on earth.
Yeah, but she said she nags. So
But
that's
the
why I
guy,
said-
everyone's like, oh, I can't believe this fucking guy cheated on her.
Yeah.
She must really, really suck on a human level for a normal schmo. I don't even know the guy's fucking name to cheat on her. That tells me a lot about her. So it's like, fuck her, I hate her. I
Or
think that's a fair statement.
you could also just be like, well, maybe he's like a pathological psychopath.
Or that.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Well, going off what we know about her, she sucks.
I don't know much about her other than how she looks, and
It's good.
it doesn't
What do you
suck.
got on this?
On Mia Khalifa, this is one of those. It's one of those. I saw it on the topics list, and I'm like, how? It's 2022. How the fuck are we still talking about Mia Khalifa?
Yeah, and like the porn stars, like they don't like her. I know. From what I've seen, like there's a big dispute about how her whole career path and everything happened and how
Yeah.
she, was treated. And I don't know. I don't know, so I can't like really give a take on that. But I'm just saying the other side.
Also, I've never been in OnlyFans. I've never been in the military. I would assume that there would be more benefit long term to being in the military. Discipline, getting in a routine, job experience, things like that you can transfer to your life skills for 20, 30, 40 years once you get out, as opposed to being on OnlyFans where you're going to be gross in 10 years and no one's going to buy that shit.
Yeah, but I just think like it's two different things where like square peg doesn't fit around. Like there's not you can't do both.
It's like
Most
2
people
plus
can't
2
do
equals
both.
a rock.
Like
You
the
know,
percentage of people that could be in the Army that could also be successful on OnlyFans doesn't overlap that much. You're not just
probably true.
There's only so many bald guys that could be doing jack off videos saying they're Johnny Sins Jr. Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. There's not many guys that are going to be able to do that.
What percentage
And
of
that's it.
the OnlyFan content creators do you think are guys?
I don't know. We'll have to talk to our boy Only Stans Glenny.
Yeah.
He would know.
Glenny would
Maybe
probably know.
Maybe.
I gotta say like 3%.
I might say lower than that.
Yeah, maybe.
You think so?
I
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
probably majority girls. But
Probably.
who knows? Who knows?
It's definitely.
But maybe
like
there's a guy.
99%.
Maybe there's dudes on there who like constantly are banging hot
Well,
girls.
what about this?
So then it's like you get a good rotation.
You got the
rather
whole
than
gay guy
subscribing
thing.
to one girl. Well, there's true. Obviously,
that I think that might spike it up actually.
yeah,
That's not a bad point.
yeah. Obviously, if you're looking from that perspective.
Horniest dude I ever knew was my gay friend from college.
Oh, really?
Just constantly horny.
Horniest. Yeah.
Good.
So
That's nice. Next topic here: a woman sues a man for $10,000 for causing emotional distress by not showing up for their date. Chief.
this is a dangerous precedent to set. This is one of those things where it's like, I've been in the dating pool a long time. I would be broke. If this was like a standard being like the girl had a bad time, like I didn't do anything wrong. It was just myself, but she had a bad time and it caused her emotional distress because I said something fucking stupid. I mean, I would be in debt forever.
You'd be sucking off a dude in the alley behind us. So like,
I'd be
pay for
on
crack.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this should not be allowed. If you have a bad time, like
Yeah,
it's
this
kind
judge
of
better
like
throw this out. That's stare decisis, right?
I feel
You gotta
like
go
it's
back.
buyer beware. Like you agreed to the date with this guy. If he sucks, that's your problem.
I think a thing too as well. He didn't show up. I don't know if it was to the second date or the first date, but he did not show up, and that caused. And like, here's the thing: like, I could see how that could fuck with you.
Yeah, but if
Someone fucking ghosts you and you're just sitting at a table.
I feel
table for two.
like-
I could see how that could fuck with someone.
all right,
Not
so
saying
not
she
10
deserves
grand
10
worth.
grand, but
I will
It's
say
the whole
this.
conversation of like,
Yes.
how do you measure mental health and how do you do this? It's tough.
They should start trying to make people tougher. Number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That we
love
got to
that.
get back to a society where we're making
Yes.
people tougher. Shut up. You're not $10,000 in mental health because somebody stood you up. I will, however, say, if you are genuinely like, hey, like we have a plan to meet at this place at this hour, and you just don't show up and don't say anything, you are a gutless coward.
You're a douche.
You're a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And because everybody has a cell phone, I feel like that whole
hey, not coming.
yeah, that whole thing where like, oh, like he stood me up, like that had to have died in like 1999. Like you just like if you're dating in the internet age, the smartphone age, you can't stand people up.
I'd agree.
But here's a new thing. You don't know this person anything. That's like
Well, that's
the new,
fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of problems in our
I know.
society that we're
I
touching
know,
on today.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Did you guys see that Yelp review
perturbing.
that Dante got at Uproar like 2 weeks ago?
No.
So a guy and a girl, I'm assuming they met on a dating app, were at Uproar.
Oh, I
and
did see that. I did see
It
that.
infuriated me reading it. And the waitress asked when they were done eating, the server asked like, hey, how would you guys like me to split the bill up? And obviously he took it because she put him on the spot saying, hey, we're going to like, do you guys want to? And he's like, I took it. So he wrote I can't believe how humiliated I was. It was my first date. We like people should split bills on the first date.
Oh, this guy sucks too.
Oh, yeah, the worst.
First
The
date.
worst.
You got to pay for the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's a
societal thing.
But it's like it's a consistency thing too. Like I will say, like there should be chivalry, and you should pay for that 1st date. But and you should show up or cancel it appropriately. But then if the date doesn't go well, you can't sue. Like I'll pay for that time, but you can't sue me for being myself.
Yeah.
Which is
Not good.
You think it's easy being me?
It's not.
It's not. I have
not.
to deal with me all the time.
I
It
hate
stinks.
me.
Yeah,
I'm the
right.
worst.
My worst nightmare would be showing up to a date and the girl like has my same personality.
That would be hell on earth.
Yeah, I would
Hell
want
on earth.
no part of that.
Hell on earth.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it when they hate me. Like I if they like me too much or they
That's
like
a
me a little bit,
Big red flag.
yeah, I'm like,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, you should have higher standards.
Yeah.
Let me spend the next 4 hours trying to win you over.
Just wanna be
Absolutely.
bullied by Helga Patakis your whole life? That's fucking.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a Hey
Yeah.
Arnold reference, right?
Yep.
You got it. You got it.
And then the guys behind her.
Yeah, that guy's great. Last topic here. Variety dropped a top 50 superhero movie performances list. I don't think any of us are superhero guys, but I was happy to
hate 'em.
see that Heath Ledger was one for the Joker in The Dark Knight, and that Joaquin Phoenix was a number 5 for his performance as a Joker.
It was excellent.
Strong movie, great.
Great
He
movie.
sucked,
representation.
but he was great.
How could the movie suck and he be great? He was
Because
the whole movie.
He had a great performance in a movie where the plot sucked.
I hate to say it, but I got to agree with him. I did not like the Elvis movie, but Austin Butler was very good. So, as much as it pains me to agree with this guy, there could be a difference.
A great performance in a bad movie.
Yes.
Okay. So what was so great about his performance in
Austin
Elvis?
Butler,
Yeah,
he just was like bang on Elvis.
but
Like
the script was bad.
It was just like it was too fucking fast paced for me. Everything just smacked you over the head with a semolina. Shout out.
With a what?
Fuck, I forget his name.
What?
Everything just everything was just smacking in your. It was just
Okay.
it was too chaotic for me. I just wanted to chill. I could have just chilled.
Okay.
But that's really my only take. Ryan Reynolds, that was Deadpool. I've seen those. He was good in that.
I've seen probably about half of these, and I'm not a superhero movie guy, but I do enjoy the cheap thrills here and there, which is what I equate most superhero movies to being. I'd agree with most of this list.
Good.
Josh Brolin, he was great in Infinity War.
I haven't seen any of these except for the Batmans.
Ben Affleck should not. I saw Batman vs Superman. I thought it was fucking brutal.
I think Josh Brolin is a very underrated actor.
He's great.
I feel like he should be like getting like if Leo turns it down, Brolin should be getting the next call.
I think
Shout
that.
out Brand.
Who?
He's Brand from
I
the
think that-
Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's probably his, I would assume his first big movie.
His dad was like a big movie star in like the
I didn't know
60s
that.
too. Yeah.
But he
James
was
Brolin?
fucking outstanding in No Country for Old Men.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was very
Unbelievable.
good.
Yep.
He was very good in
Unbelievable.
that.
And then Sicario He's great in Sicario. I love Sicario.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's good. Sicario.
Good
And the
stuff.
second one's good, too.
All right, then. I think that's the rundown. Does anybody have anything after show? What?
It is Hot Dog Day.
It is. Happy National Hot
National
Dog Day.
Hot Dog
Everybody
Day.
listening.
We got great hot. Like, no one does hot dog merch better than Allison Pilar.
Yeah.
In
I agree
our
on
merch
that.
team. Like, we have that hot dog hat. I get requests for all those. I'm playing in a golf tournament in middle of August. And, like, our squad, they're like, well, what should we, like, they're, like, throwing around
That's a
these-
good golf hat.
Yeah, we're throwing around all these uniform ideas, and this guy found like hot dog pants, and I'm like, let's do that, and I'll supply the hats. So I'm gonna get like a bunch of hats to bring for the boys, because that hot dog logo that we have is
Sweet.
fire.
Yeah, go check it out if you're a fan of hot dogs. We got some.
And
great
I
merch.
will say this, and I know this is going to come off as sacrilege. I love New York hot dogs. Pizza out there, I go Chicago style thin crust all day. Their hot dogs, I think, are as good as ours. I love Sabret hot dogs. They're so fucking good. That's just all I'll say about it.
I think you're wrong about the pizza.
All right.
Tweet your home.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. That's it from the Rundown from Chicago this week. There's another Rundown tomorrow. Go check it out, and we'll be back next Wednesday.